Rolling with the Underwoods with James and Lori Underwood. You can find them on Facebook, Rolling with the Underwoods, or also on A Trucker's View, where they showcase their life over the road as truckers with their two dogs, Thor and Lady, and the newest addition to the Underwood family, Bobo and Princess Rhinestone. They're two puppets who are always getting into zany trouble. Be sure to follow their life over the road at Rolling with the Underwoods, or also on A Trucker's View.
For a minute.
Hey guys, I thought you were going to play the other commercial. Oh, sorry. Well, hello. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, we're sitting and waiting.
Yeah, you got a flat tire, huh?
Right now, me and the wife is sitting at Sam's Club waiting for them to unload one of our trailers so I can swap them out.
Yeah, I remember those. And Chris, you're a newbie here. How you doing?
I'm all right.
All right. And you have a website also, or a face page too, don't you? Do they?
Got Cutler's View, yeah. I had to think there for a minute.
Yeah, for a second there, I'm like, wait, do I have the right people? Yes, the Cutler's View.
The Cutler's View, yeah.
Yeah, we catch you guys on the Cutler's View.
Yeah.
And then Big Spoon, what's yours?
What's my page?
Yeah.
Chasing Miles with the Clarks and Chasing Miles.
And that's Miles with a Y, right?
Yes. Holy crap. Good thing I got past him when I did. Sorry, I just passed someone and they came halfway into my lane right at my tail end.
Wow. I hate when they do that.
It's a little bit windy up here on I-80, so.
Oh, you're way up there. That's a storm coming up. Where in 80 are you?
Say that again?
So there's a storm up there on the 80. Where on the 80 are you?
Coming across the west end of Ohio. We're about 20 miles from the Indiana border.
In Pennsylvania, there's a storm right now. How far are you going?
Yeah, we actually came out of that. We picked up around the Pittsburgh area, and we're heading to Benefort, I believe, Iowa. It's right inside of Davenport.
Cool. So you missed the storm. It wasn't so bad where you were in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania. I mean,
what was that, Larry?
Storm wasn't so bad when you went through Pennsylvania.
No, it was just some nice light flakes. No wet snow, so it was literally just blowing right off the road with traffic. So.
Oh, cool. So right now all you're dealing with is wind. And James, can you hear us now? Hey, Grumpy. Grumpy.
Yeah.
There you are. And
What's
you're sitting
up?
on the side of the road. Why?
Because I blew a tire on my trailer.
You're not supposed to blow a tire. You're supposed to use an air pump.
Well, it blew the recap off of it and ripped half the mud flap off.
Crap. And now how long have you been there so far?
2.5 hours.
And how's the weather there where you are? And Grumpy froze. And he's gone. So, Chris, you're waiting there getting unloaded. Are they unloading you yet, or have they even not started?
Well, the thing about it is we run dedicated for out of Sam's DC in Villa Rica, Georgia, and then we do most of the Sam Club stores in the southeast. So it's usually driving a hook, but this one here usually gets 3 trailers. The other 2's already came and dropped theirs. I had to mess around with mine. Mine was a little heavy on the tail end, so I was having to move around, get it situated so I could make it legal. And then by the time I got here, the other 2 trailers already dropped. So I got to wait for them to unload one of these trailers so I can pull the empty one out of that door and put this loaded trailer in the door.
Right, gotcha. I did Walmart's for a while, and I remember doing that. Sorry, Big Spoon, what you got?
I just stopped at a rest area really quick. I want to take 2 minutes, run inside to use the potty real quick, and I'll be right back.
2 minutes for number 1?
Yeah. I'm at the fuel pump, so it's an Ohio rest area, so you know how far I got to go.
So it's a 2-for-1 special.
I ain't guessing.
And we are sitting here in Pennsylvania, and we do not pick up till Monday, which I think is what, 5 hours away? Did you ever map it?
It's 5.5, 6 hours away.
About 6 hours away. We don't have to be there till Monday afternoon, I think.
Okay, James can't get back in. He's sorry.
James can't get back in, so we lost James. So for 1 minute, no, for 2 minutes for number 1, it's just you and me, Chris. So yeah, we're down till Monday, so we're having a nice leisurely weekend here.
Now we got get unloaded. Well, by the time they get one of these trailers unloaded, I'll be out of time. So that's one good thing about doing these loads here is by the time we get by the time they get unloaded, Sam's are already closed. I'll just park over here on the side of the loading docks, take my 10, get up in the morning. We got to run down to Kimberly Clark in Beach Island, South Carolina, grab one there. And where am I going? Another Walmart's. Yay!
Yeah, I did a year of dedicated Walmart. I actually loved them. They were mostly 90% of the time dropping hooks, and I absolutely loved it.
Well, I don't mind. I don't mind what I got to do when I get to Walmart's in McClaney, Florida. It's a drop. But the thing about it is the biggest part about that, and some of the Walmarts that we go to keep our trailers and load bad pallets on them. Because we also pull pallet loads out of Walmart's and take them to like IFCO or a couple other places that refurbish pallets.
Right.
So, well, the good thing is what I like about doing the Sam's Club. At least I can take my break here. I ain't got to worry about if I run out of time trying to find a place to park.
Right.
I can just sit here, and then a lot of times there's a decent restaurant around here somewhere to eat.
Yeah, and when I ever did Walmart or Sam's Club, they never hassled us parking overnight in their yard or their lot. But yes, there was a lot of times where you get there and the doors are full, so you have to drop your trailer, pull out the empty one, hook up to your trailer, put the trailer into the door, drop that trailer, go hook up to the empty. So it's a lot. There's like 3 dropping hooks to 1 yard. And then they'd ask you, but they're both empty. Can you pull them both out for me? Yes, I will do that.
Well, the thing about it is we have some places that get so many trailers. Where is it? Doral, Florida, or Doral, Miami, whatever you want to call it. We got a place they get like 4 loads a day, 4 loads. You'll get down there, and they'll have 2 or 3 loaded trailers sitting on the side. You'll get down there with yours. Can you pull the empties out and then put these other 3 loaders in there and just leave yours right there where it's at?
Yep.
You know. So,
Yeah, I had a couple of those too. And just like, yeah, sure, why not? I have nothing better to do.
well,
It's just
the thing about it
okay.
is, I don't mind it. I don't mind it too much because a lot of times they let us drop early, and they could say, "Nah." If I say no, then fine. You can. Then they won't tell you to here to your appointment time. Really great. So
Right.
I just rather go ahead and do what they ask, and it's that old saying, I scratch your back if you scratch my back. So
Exactly. Yep. One hand washes the other. Do what? I'm getting clues. I'm getting some signals over here. Wait a second. Hold on. Ontario. Okay, she was whispering Ontario. So I guess she wants us to talk about Ontario.
oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I've been the wife's
I
been
got
following. The wife's been following. I've been listening to it while we're driving down the road. So
I've been listening to my wife tell me about it.
just about the same here.
And my thoughts on it is, I guess the police are getting overhanded with the protesters. I have not heard of anything bad that the truckers or protesters have doing except for, I don't know, honking their horns. They're cleaning
One
up
thing
all their
about it
mess.
is from what she's been telling me and what she'll show me when we're if we're stopped at a shipper or at a truck stop or a rest area, she'll show me a TikTok video or a live feed video. And from what I see, the truckers ain't done anything. It's
No.
if anything, it is the police force that is being violent.
Yeah.
The truckers are not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. And then they're setting off their LRADs.
Yes, sir. I've had experience with that.
You have you've heard LRAD before. What does it actually do? I know it hurts your ears. It can make you
What it
bleed,
is,
make you feel sick.
what it is a high pitch acoustic sound waves that is like it just rattles you. It rattles you. It's so because it's so intense. There's the sound waves, and it's just so intense. We used it down in
What was the feeling?
They was using it down in Homestead. What was it? In '92. I was in the Army. My unit got deployed down to Miami back in '92 when Hurricane Andrew hit Miami, Homestead area. Totally just leveled it. And there was people just looting everywhere, and so they was trying to use that as a deterrent, and it'll rattle you. It can
Did it make you feel sick to your stomach?
Yeah, it makes your ears ring. Your ears will ring. You'll get if your ears just start ringing, you'll get a headache. You feel like you feel like your insides are about to explode.
That's crazy. I've seen it. I've seen them use it before. It's LRAD, long range acoustic device.
Yep.
And I've seen it before, and I've watched the people how they react. It's gotta freaking be so painful.
And
Said the police are getting very ugly.
But
the police are getting very ugly, Kathy said.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. That's videos that Angie showed me were of the cops just being brutal. It's ridiculous.
She was showing me one.
Wait, hold on, sorry.
Okay.
Justin's back. We're talking about up in Canada. We're talking about LRAD. The cops using LRAD. That's what we're talking about now, Justin.
Okay, sorry. I was actually reading something else. I was just catching up.
Okay.
You're talking about the combo?
Did you see a comment you want to comment on?
I'm hoping I can be a part of ours.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, I hope so too. Yeah, we talked to our dispatcher about it, and she is trying to get us a run to DC area on that timeline so we could actually park our truck and Uber. And we won't have our truck there, but we want to be there in person. There is a comment from Kathy Hilton. I was just told, let's see. It was terrible when they took the horses and pushed people they were pushing people with their freaking horses. And if somebody fell, they could get trampled.
Oh yeah.
That's just so wrong. And then we got a Facebook user. No one involved with the protest is doing anything wrong. I have not seen them doing anything wrong.
I haven't, from what I've seen, so Kathy has showed me, I haven't seen anybody do anything.
No. I mean, okay, they're blocking the streets, which a protest does, but there's no violence. There's no mess. Even they've showed truckers throwing their trash in the trash cans. They showed the street where it's clean. I mean, nobody is even throwing trash out their window. Well, I can't say nobody because, they haven't showed everybody, but I have not seen anybody throwing trash out the window, and Angie has not mentioned anybody throwing trash out the window or even trash on the streets.
But yeah, she was telling me earlier this morning that they had like a whole bunch of tow trucks come down from Toronto and just start hooking up the trucks and then take them off with them.
With the tow trucks, what's the head guy's name? Sorry, baby.
Pat King.
Pat King. He posted a list of all the truckers or all the tow trucks, the companies that were going out there and towing the trucks, and he got arrested. So Pat King has got arrested for showing the names of the tow trucks.
Justin's having issues with his wipers. Hold on.
Was that Chris?
Yeah, it's me. I was just saying he hopped out of the truck because he was trying to get ice, I guess, off of his windshield wiper blade. And he's like, oh, crap, I just broke it. But I think he fixed it.
I bent my windshield. We were driving down the road in the ice storm, and the windshield wiper was filling up with ice. So I rolled down the window and reached out to grab the windshield wiper as it was going, and I bent it. So now when it works, the bottom of it doesn't hit the windshield, so I got to bend it back. Did you fix the Big Spoon?
I fixed the wiper, but I can't fix the sprayer. The sprayer is pointing right at the windshield, so it's only covering like this much coverage.
Yep. Okay, mine's doing the same thing. Oh, we got a comment. Let's see, where is it? Kathy Hilton. I haven't seen any cars or businesses burning like we did with the year before. Yeah, there's no violence. I have not seen any violence at all. None. Nobody's getting injured. Nobody's fighting except fighting the police.
There's about 4,000 down there right now.
And there's over 4,000 people down there right now. And that could be called a peaceful protest. But I don't even think Canadians know what violence is. They're so sweet people there. Every time we've been to Canada, I mean, they are the nicest people ever.
You don't say, eh?
Eh? Sorry, go ahead. You're rolling again?
Yes, I am. I was just being funny.
Do you have a stop mode on you?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's kind of what this topic is today, is us guys always in work mode. I don't know about you, but pretty much whenever I'm on the truck, I am in work mode. Even right now, we're sitting here doing nothing, and I still want to do something that's considered work, like clean the truck or do something. And Angie's like, why are you always in work mode? That's me. I'm always in work mode when I'm on the truck. Yes. And it kind of interferes in our marriage. All the problems we have is all me, because I like lagging on my husbandly duties because I'm always in work mode.
Yeah. One thing about it, that's his thing. When we stop, I'm usually I'm busy. Got my map out. I got my GPS, and I'm sitting there planning out my day, my route, and where my day for the next day. And she's just over there looking at me like, okay.
Yeah. Are you ever going to stop? I'm here. Hello. I'm here. Quit looking at your GPS. I'm here.
And so, that's just like when I first get up first thing in the morning. It's like, boom, I'm done. I start off. I'm outside walking around doing this, that, and she'll go. I told you good morning. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was busy.
Yeah. Angie usually wakes up before me, and she's sitting there drinking a cup of coffee. I'll wake up, and she'll say good morning. I'll go, good morning. Did you make coffee? Oh, thanks for the sip of coffee. And I'll jump out and go do my pre-trip, my walk around, make sure nobody messed with my fifth wheel, thump my tires. And yeah. And we both drive, so it's like she's already driving, so she'll stop when it's my turn. And as soon as I wake up, my brain is in work mode. I'm ready to roll. And it's like, I said, good morning. Yeah, I said, good morning. Well, can't you sit down and have a cigarette and a cup of coffee with me? I guess, but I'd really like to check the tires and the lights.
Oh, yeah. It is.
And now, Justin, you were stopping and having your 10 hours down, and you could actually like catch your breath a little bit. But now you guys are team rolling, and you stop, she drives, she stops, you drive. How's that going for you?
So, in the last few weeks leading up to today, most of everyone who's been following our story knows that Chris was going through school locally where we live, and she acquired her CDL. So kudos to her. So Bond, the company in which I work for, they allowed her to come on board, let me train her personally and everything. So I have the experience in training from previous employers and everything else. I've got decent experience. I have no safety issues or concerns with the company. So they're like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's give it a shot. See how you guys do. In a lot of cases, don't get me wrong, that wasn't the entire company. As a matter of fact, the owner personally reached out to me, and he was a little concerned. He's like, most husband and wife or boyfriend girlfriend situations we've ever had don't always end up in a good place. So for your sake, I hope it's different. So, but Chris and I have a great understanding and respect for each other in our relationship. We raise each other to that next tier of success for ourselves and as individuals. We push each other to be better. So, I mean, in that essence of itself, I think it's going phenomenal. She's really a natural. As a newbie, she does have a few concerns. She gets a high level of anxiety for certain situations, but, so far I've talked her through it. She knows I'm not going to be here all the time. As a matter of fact, starting sometime this week, we'll be full team status, and she'll be having to start running her shifts by herself, learn how to deal with shippers on her own and read the information that gets sent to us from dispatch. Pretty much take the moment to deal with, each individual corporation's protocols, especially with COVID and everything else. But she's loving it. I'm loving it. We're getting a little less than average miles for a solo driver right now, but it's kind of to be expected because, there's a lot to focus on with training, especially when you're doing your job right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still at the stage where you gotta kind of be up there with her while she's driving.
Right. And, we can sit here and joke all day, babe this, babe that, babe here, babe there. But when it comes to learning the job and understanding what this is or what that is, it is what it is. It's a job. It's not just a job. It's a lifestyle. And until you fully understand the lifestyle, you can't really understand the job. So you got to be able to put two and two together once you learn the job. So, there is still that, but I mean, she's loved being out here with me and experiencing what the lifestyle is like. So she got a taste of it before she decided to really go get her CDL. So,
Right, she was out there with you.
Yeah. There were a couple times where she'd stay home. As it got closer and closer to her getting her CDL or making that decision, she was spending more time out here with me. We have an amazing relationship together. The only downfall we've had in the 3 years we've had together, which, by the way, we just celebrated our 3rd year together on the 10th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But the only downfall we really ever had with our relationship is the distance. Separation. We want to be with each other every day and see each other, hold each other. Ice cream. Sorry, I had to throw it in there.
I promised Angie ice cream tonight.
And she's totally ignoring me right now. She's back there playing with the puppy, so I happen to look back real quick. She's got a little snicker going on, but
Ice cream and everything.
ice cream, you scream, we all scream.
We all scream when it's ice cream.
Yeah. Let me tell you. But no, the distance between us was really the only major negative aspect to our relationship. But, in a sense, it heightened our desire to be with each other more. It's like they say, absence does make the heart grow fonder.
Yep.
Now, if I was coming home and things were crappy, then you know what? I'm just with the wrong person. Like, this is who I am. This is what I love. You can't take that away from somebody.
No, I love it out here too.
I grew up learning, do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yep.
Yes, sir. My dad used to tell me that all the time.
I couldn't find another job anywhere. I didn't have any.
I wouldn't want to do anything else except drive a truck.
Yeah.
From the first day I got behind the wheel and drove on the road, diesel was flowing through my veins, and it has never left. 17 years ago.
And that's just it. I've longed to want to be a truck driver since I was a little kid. Since the first time I got to see a truck in person and get to climb up in it. I think I was like 6 or 7 years old. And it was amazing. And that was about the time I first found out my grandfather drove a truck. The one man our family looks at as a monarch, to the name that we carry. And, I looked at him as such. I was like, you know what? I want to be a king on the road, just like him. And I grew up always in the back of my head. And, just similar to what Christian went through with her journey, I had a lot of the same experiences. My day one, I had a nervous breakdown. I sat on the lawn of the school where I was at in tears because I was so overwhelmed with the anxiety. It took over me. But,
oh, wow. I'm glad you got over that.
Journey, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I agree with you there. I grew up around it. My dad drove for 25, 30 years. And then I went in the Army like James was. Larry. I was in the Army for 10 years.
James was in the Army also.
Oh, yeah,
James retired.
Yes, he was. Yeah. I got out after 10 years. I hurt my ankle. I got out. And I went into corrections. I didn't like that. So I went to truck driving school. And like you, Larry, that was the first day I got behind the wheel. And even in school, the first day we got on the road, started driving, I just had that overwhelming feeling like this is what I was put here to do. And I celebrated 20 years of driving the truck October of last year.
Congratulations. I can't wait till I hit my 20-year mark. I'm this close.
Wow.
And with me, I didn't know anything about trucking. I didn't know what a truck stop was. I barely even knew what a rest area was because I was California and then in the Army and traveled, but never really I didn't know a truck driver at all. And I was out of work, went to unemployment, and they had us sitting down. Okay, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? And I got to me, and I'm like, well, I like construction work. I love to drive. And he was like, oh, you like to drive? Here, take this number down. And there was a Swift, a Rite Aid yard right down the street from my house. I'm like, cool. I could start driving a truck at Rite Aid, being local and being right here. Went to the guy, talked to him. We did an interview, and then he asked me, he goes, so how long have you had your license? Like, I got it when I was 16, like everybody else. He goes, how long have you had your trucker's license? I'm like, you need a special license for a truck? I didn't even know you needed a different license to drive a truck. That's how green I was. Went to Arizona for Swift, and my first time on the road after doing the hard work and getting my permit, we went up to 17 to Flagstaff. From Phoenix to Flagstaff, 2 guys drove up the hill, and then on the way back was my turn to drive down. Driving down that hill in that truck was the most exciting thing I have ever done in my life. And I've never left a seat since.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely loved it.
To change the subject real quick, but for Diane, I saw your comment. There she is.
Oh, Moo.
Oh, she's sweet.
Yes. It is a beautiful dog.
Beautiful.
This name has actually been changed. It's going to be Miss Mia.
Miss Mia?
Here's Mia. Yeah, see, you called her and she was like, who's calling me?
Miss Mia.
Yeah,
Miss Mia. Okay, I actually love that name.
So,
That's a nice name.
and she took right to it too. So she was kind of iffy on the Miss Moo. I know my cousin said she was answering to it. She wasn't really giving us total attention. All right.
Now, didn't you have 2 of them? Are they both still with you?
No, we only have the one now. We've already gotten rid of the other one. And Bug, he was renamed Milo. So we've got Milo and Mia.
I must have missed you guys going home. Were you alone long?
Literally home for literally the night, Larry. Like, we literally stopped home to get my license and a check that I was waiting on, and we headed right out.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, I missed that.
opened the door,
Well,
we,
I'm glad.
we did laundry,
Thank you, Lear.
got rid of a dog, ran some errands, did some grocery shopping, and back on the truck.
Do you still have Rio?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so you still have 2 dogs then.
I wouldn't get rid of that moose if my life depended on it.
So you still have 2 dogs on your truck.
Yes.
Okay.
We had 3 for the moment. So.
You could talk to me, please. Talk to Chris about Kathy.
Oh.
So she's not a driver, but she's out there with you. How often is she out there with you?
Well, actually, this is the first time she's come out. Well, thing about it is we was married once before. We separated, and then we got back together a year later. By the time we got back together, I was already driving the truck. I was already over the road. And I asked her to come out with me, and she came out with me. She came out with me for about a month, and she fell in love with it. And I've talked to her about going to school, and her anxiety so. But back in January, well, actually, before that, like y'all was talking that one show y'all had about being lonely on the road, and it like I said, it takes toll. And because when the way I drive now, I used to drive. I've been with Heartland over 10 years. I had been over the road with other companies, and I just got tired of it. And I wanted something regional. I was doing that, and then we got together, and it just. I said we had the situation where we moved around a couple times because a hurricane took the house, and then I just told her, so look, I need to go back over the road, make more money. I said, but the division, if I go back over the road to change divisions, I will be gone at least a month at a time. So she was all right with it, and we FaceTime, and we text constantly. We get on the phone, we'll talk for 2, 3, 4 hours, and then she said, and she was supposed to. We had it set up for her to come out in February this month, but I happened to catch a load that was coming through the house, going down to Lakeland, Florida, and I called her up. I said, "Look, I've already got it set up. You're good to go. I'll be by to pick you up in 4 hours. Be ready to go."
Nice.
And so she came out with me in January. Then she said, "I want to go out with you." So fine. And then she's supposed to. We've been talking about it. She's going to come back out with me in March. So
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So she's loving it out there?
Oh yeah, she's all right with it. It just she has seen Atlanta. Well, not just like today. I had a load that took me through Atlanta. On the way, I went to the west side of Atlanta. Then I had to go back to the east side of Atlanta, pick up a load. Then I had to come back to the west side of Atlanta to deliver this load.
I would cancel that load. They'll be like, Atlanta. No, thank you. Give me something else.
I asked my fleet manager. I called my fleet manager up and I asked him, "Do you hate me?"
Yeah, you hate me. What did I ever do to you?
And she said, "Man, I just like we was driving down the road. This dump truck just comes down the on ramp. He just stayed right there beside me. If I wouldn't have stopped, I even blew my air horn. If I wouldn't have stopped, he'd have took my hood off."
Wow.
And we was up in Chicago during some heavy traffic. She didn't like that.
I'm not big on traffic. I don't like traffic.
We went up to Fargo. I had to take a load to Fargo, North Dakota. We got to go to Fargo, North Dakota. It was snowing. She thought she was loving it. She was loving the snow. Yay, yay. And then I think she sent a video to Angie. I was just coming down 420, going north on 20, north or south on 29, sweetheart? North on 29, or south, excuse me, south on 29. And it was snowing real hard. The wind was blowing the snow across the road. She said, "You need to stop. You need to stop." I said, "Look," I said, "I'm all right. We got it." And so I said, "Sometimes you just have to keep rolling a little while." And we got down there, got through that. We got through George. Once we got into South Dakota, it cleared up. We was good. But oh yeah, we went to. I had to deliver down in North Dakota, and the place I delivered at, we pulled into the loading area. There was about a 7 foot, 8 foot tall snowbank. Where they had pushed the snow up, and she just, "Wow, really?" I said, Where do you think they're supposed to put the snow?" They got to get
That's
it
what
out
they're
of
doing
the
up in Canada. They're shoveling snow around the trucks to keep the tow trucks out.
And,
Angie's been out here for 5 years, a little over 5 years, and every time we hit snow, she's like, "I think it's time for you to pull over now." I'm like, "Nah, it's not quite bad yet.
That's
It's not bad enough yet."
She was telling me that you need to stop. You need to stop. This truck this load ain't worth it. I said, "Look, I've been out here long enough. I know what I'm doing. When I get to the feeling that I've had enough, trust me, this thing will stop."
Yep. Yeah, if I get to the point where I'm scared, I'll stop. But if I'm not scared and I know I can keep on going, I'll keep on going.
Oh yeah. Now I've been in some
pass
bad
trucks going
snowstorms
uphill.
before.
Yeah, I'll pass trucks going uphill, but I won't pass them going downhill.
No.
I'll pass anybody anytime. Get out of my way.
Yeah, super trucker.
The thing about it is that I've been up there and I've had trucks
Ice road
pass me.
truckers. Robbie Douglas says ice road truckers impress me. I would absolutely love to do ice road trucking. I would love it.
That's what I tell her. I told her, I said, I would enjoy it. She said, no, you don't. She goes, no.
Damn
No,
it,
you ain't.
Swift, keep in your lane.
Oh, Nancy Owen said, we are 38 years married. If I got my CDL, Robert may leave me at a truck stop. Yeah, but if you have your CDL, you can drive out of it.
Yeah.
Just call up the company and be like,
Send me a truck.
send me a truck.
Or just walk around the truck stop. Hey, you need a partner? You need a co-driver?
Well, that lady was talking about truck. We left the truck stop. I got a real funny story. When first time she came on the road with me, right? I pulled into this pilot. I said, I got to get fuel. She said, okay, well, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. I said, go ahead and go. Just go ahead. Go inside. Use the bathroom. I said, I'll be fueling. I'll pull up. I said, I'll wait. Well, I got my fuel. And I waited about 10 minutes. There's a truck behind me. So I pulled around and pulled into a parking spot so I could see the door when she came out. Well, she didn't tell me she was going to go get something to eat at Arby's. She just said bathroom. And she's coming out. She walks over to where I was parked and she had this big old, like, where'd he go? She's looking all over the place and I'm watching her. Laughing my behind off. And then I finally blew my air horn and waved at her. Don't you rush me. But so now when we stop at truck stops, she won't go in unless I go in.
Angie was that way at the beginning. Now she's like, I'm going in. I'm like, you want me to come with you? Nah, I'm good. she's like, nobody flirts with me when you come in there. I like to go in by myself.
What you got to do is look at them wrong and then be like, uh-oh, that's a pissed off trucker's wife and she probably drives them herself. There's something
Angie
about
wanted me to throw in there.
to,
I'm sorry, I missed that. I'm sorry, Justin. What'd you say?
I just said there's something about a female trucker. They're as bad as us men. You don't want to piss them off. If you didn't want to piss them off in a normal marriage, you better not piss them off at all.
Angie's got that trucker blood in her. Oh my God, yes. I'm like, sorry, babe. Sorry. No.
It's going to become a speed bump for that Volvo you drive.
And
I'll be in the back and Angie all of a sudden go. I'll be like, whoa, what was that? Whoa. And she'll be like, sorry, babe. Yeah, right. Sorry.
All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I just heard a little something over my shoulder. So much for our topic of the evening.
I don't know. This topic right now is making Angie smile and laugh, so it's working for me.
So a couple weeks back, you guys said something about me taking over. So back to the topic, boys.
Yes, I was a bad man. We were in COVID protocol for 3 weeks, and we were home in a big house, and I didn't like it, so I was getting very, very, very irritated. We got back on the truck, and I was still a little irritated. And for the first week back on the truck, I was not a good man, so we did not get along. And yes, we were about ready to get another divorce. That would make like 100 in the 5 years we've been out here. I have a tendency to every time we fight, it's like, fine, I'm done. I'm packing my bags. I'm out of here. You drive by yourself. That's how I deal with everything. But now everything's fine. I'm happy. She's happy. So we're back to being good. I don't know how it happened. I think she said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. We kissed, made up, and made up again, and then made up again, and now we're all happy again.
I think if two partners understand we have our moments, if you can get past the moment, accept fault for your own actions, and respectively acknowledge them, then you can get through any hardship, period.
I would say 99% of all our issues is me. I'm the one with the hard head. I'm the one with the diarrhea of the mouth. I'm the one with the anger issues. I'm the one that would rather stay quiet and not say a word than to say something wrong. So a lot of times I'll just keep my mouth shut and not say a word because I can't control the crap that comes out of my mouth sometimes. So I would rather just shut up and not say a word. And that pisses her off too.
Chris is back here. That's me. Yep.
Thing about it is sometimes, when we're home, when I'm home off the road, and we get into a little tit for tat, I've learned how to I'll just leave the house. I'll just leave the house. I'll walk up to the main highway and then walk back home. And then I won't take my phone with me, so she'll be trying to call me. Well, what's wrong? I'm trying to call you. I said, look, it would get to that point that I was going to say something I should not say. So I removed myself from the situation so I could calm down. I'm sorry. Now out here on the road, if I say something to make her mad, she'll get up and go to the back and lay down and go to sleep.
Has she learned how to slam a curtain yet?
He won't let me.
I keep my curtains. I keep my curtains.
That's my pleasure. Is slamming that curtain, hearing that whoosh sound, and then I'm in peace mode.
I keep my curtains tied. I keep my curtains tied, so she can't do that. But
when we were home with COVID and we were arguing, there was a couple nights where I slept in the guest bedroom, which is nice. You could actually get separated. It's very hard to be separated in the truck.
Oh, I mean, not really.
Well, you had your front and the back. It is my peaceful zone. I feel a lot more comfortable in the truck. When we were home for 3 weeks, I was going crazy. All I wanted to do was get back on the truck.
Right.
That's my comfort zone.
That's kind of how I am. But, I mean, ideally, running good teams, too. I mean, if you want to get away from your teammate, by all means. It depends. Like, if they're up front, guess what? That's their office. You better leave them alone. Let them do their job.
Yep.
Here's an idea. If you're not happy with something, then you know what? Take your ass into the back and go to sleep like you should during your time. Or stay in your own space. If you can't get along, you can't get along. By all means, let some time pass, take a breather, and if you can't address the issues, then by all means, let her roll off your damn back. And just move forward.
My thing is, when we're fighting and Angie's driving, I'll climb in the back and I'll turn on the TV, I'll play on my phone, and then I'll fall asleep.
Right.
But if I'm driving and we're arguing and Angie wants to talk, but I'm not in the mood to talk, that's when the crap comes out of my mouth. 90% of the time is when I'm driving and I can't really get away and be in my comfort zone. When she'll open up the curtain and start talking to me is when the crap comes out of my mouth.
Right. You're driving away from her, but all the while she's still right there behind you. Like, really?
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, I'm freaking driving. Would you just leave me alone? And then she'll leave me alone for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden I hear those curtains come open again. I'm like, what now?
I know a lot of times after we get in a fight and we separate, then
Angie just told me I'm her number one fan.
After we get back, after we're being separated for a few minutes, we'll talk to one another, and you know what? We need to let it go. Was it really worth us getting into a fight over something like this. Just let it go.
So small. Our
Yeah.
biggest fights are over little tiny crappy things.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just something she might have said, or something I said, or something I didn't hear her say, and
So
Yeah.
if you
Getting
really
frustrated in the heat of the moment. I like it. So
If you really-
Angie, I'm not her number one fan anymore. She's talking to me, so I'm getting good shape here. I haven't said anything wrong yet.
I can't with you, Larry. I just can't.
It'll happen. I'll hear it when we go off live. I'll say, all right, guys, everybody, bye. How you doing? Okay, love you. Be safe. And then Angie will be like, wait.
Yeah, at least not while you're playing with the boys, right?
Yeah. No, I'm teasing. Okay, I think I just pissed her off. Okay, it's working now. It's working. See, it's coming. I don't have a filter, and that's one of my biggest problems. I'll just say whatever is on top of my head, and you gotta hit me harder than that. That was nothing.
You know, Chris and I have been really, really lucky. You know, we've both been through so much that we absolutely refuse to allow our relationship to get to a place where we're that pissed off or we're that upset with each other. You know, since day one, I've told her trucking is who I am. It's the man I am. You know, if you love me for that, then you have to accept it. If I want to change, I'll do it then. But don't ever expect me to, for one. And, you know, when it came down to it, you know, I was contemplating on coming off the road because I wanted to be home closer to her and all day, every day. And it came down to, well, let me come back out with you. And that was around the time when I jokingly told her, why don't you just get your CDL and be out here with me? And she was like, well, I don't know. And look where we are now. But, you know, we hold each other to a higher level of respect. You know, we expect nothing except for us to be ourselves. And if we can't accept that of each other, then what's the point? Why are we even trying? You know, we allow that negativity to creep in every once in a great while. We don't really fight. We have disagreements or don't see eye to eye, but we don't yell. We don't scream. What we have is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm like, where the hell has she been all my damn life?
I bow to you guys.
But,
yeah.
you know, back to the topic at least, the perfect moment for this. So when we first started dating, we knew each other about a year and a half, give or take. Just under a year, babe?
I would say, well, yeah, because we met in January of 2018 and we moved to North Carolina February of 19.
Okay, so
we made it official. So we talked.
yeah, it was about a year that we had talked to each other, and don't get me wrong, we kind of rushed things a little bit. We talked for that good year. The last 4 months before we actually got together, we spent a lot of our days together. Ended up, I was running flatbed. I just started running flatbed for CRST, and they had me trained out of Ryerson in Devon, Massachusetts. She happened to live in Mass. She drove 45 minutes every day to come stay with me in the hotel that my company put me up in. Commentary on your own show, lady. Just had to make sure I wasn't getting a dirty look there. So, but during that time frame, she happened to move down to North Carolina, and I ended up saying, screw it, you know, let's move in together. And pretty much we moved in together and we started dating officially. So, you know, within the first 2 weeks of us being together, and she called me up one day from work. She's like, do you mind if I get something for lunch? And I'm like, why are you asking? Because in previous relationships, she felt like she had to either ask or just, I don't know, be on a lower level than her partner before she was allowed to do something. And I'm like, we both put into this. You're my teammate. You're my partner. You're my equal, period. By all means, you need to go get lunch. Go get lunch. What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? Let you starve? And, you know, she's never had anyone give her that much respect. So, I mean, we both brought each other out of some very bad spots in our lives. But in all reality, one of the biggest things that I've done personally to ensure a healthier relationship is, even though the distance of being a trucker is the worst thing in the world for us, I made sure to keep things fresh. Whoa, that went into something tonight. Sorry. Almost every time or every other time I would come home, I would try to survive, or I would try to surprise her. Especially this one time. Great story. You guys are gonna love this. You might even say that you would have done it yourself. So I was running a contract out of Woodbridge, New Jersey for Home Depot, and my truck broke down. Company puts the truck in the shop. I was due for home time, so they give me a rental. I go pick up the rental from Philadelphia. So now, mind you, I'm in one of my favorite cars also, a Dodge Charger GT. Oh my God, that sucker was fast. Anyway.
That's Angie's dream car.
So the way my company used to make me jump around from contract to contract, they might change it at the drop of a hat. I could be halfway to that next contract, a third of the way across the country, and they turn around and send me back to where I was. I mean, hey, it's their dollar. I don't give a damn as long as I get paid. So she knew this was a regular thing that happened with my job. So she thought I wasn't going to be home until at least another day and a half, 2 days. So I tell her, I'm like, yeah, you know, babe, I got a call from the boss. I need to go pick up this paperwork for all these trucks that we just brought into the new contract. We need to make sure they're all permit ready. And she's like, are you kidding me? She's flipping out, pissed off, expecting that I was going to be home. Played it out to where I had a little more time. So turn around, I'm driving straight home to North Carolina. And, you know, my hot shot mentality, you know, I'm driving a Dodge Charger GT. I'm whipping that thing around like it's nothing. But I get into town later that night, and my fuel light came on just as I got into town. And I'm like, can I make it home? Can I make it home? Can I make it home? Can I make it? Please let me make it home, because I'm on the phone with her. So, long story short, I go to turn onto our street, ran out of gas. She had no clue I was there. Thankfully, we had AAA, right? I didn't have my card on me. Son of a... I told her I ran out of gas, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But she still had no clue where I was. So I turn around and I'm like, babe, come get me. What? You heard me. Well, where are you? Just leave and you'll find me. Well, I kind of can't. I let the kids borrow the car tonight.
Oh, no.
I mean, she had to walk a whole eighth of a mile to me, but still. Once I told her I was on the street, 2-hour street, she was like, you have got to be kidding me. And she was happy as could be. But
right. She was happy to walk that road block. That was an awesome story. And Lori said it's really hard to have a good relationship out here, but you have to work together as a team.
Exactly.
Yeah. When me and Angie, we knew each other for 7 months, but our first month together, I moved in with her. So we knew each other for a month before I moved in. We got along great. I was a truck driver. So I was gone for a week. 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks at a time. And we did that for about a year. And then she was getting tired of it. So I told her, I said, go get your CDL and we could drive together. So we were married for about 6 months. And then our first 2 weeks out here, I was her trainer. And we worked for FedEx, and I drove for FedEx. She hopped on the truck, and I was her trainer. And the first 2 weeks were murder. She was also in a bad relationship for 25 years. This guy demeaned her physically, mentally, beat her. When we first got together, she wouldn't even let me help her bring the groceries in the house because she was now divorced for 5 years? She was on her own for 5 years and she became very independent. So she was super, super independent. She wouldn't even let me help her bring the groceries into the house. Then when she hopped on the truck, she was still independent. Didn't want to hear a word I had to say, but I'm like, babe, you have to listen to me. It has nothing to do with your independence. I'm teaching you how to be safe out here, how to not kill anybody, how not to kill us, how not to injure anybody. And it took about 2 weeks for her to finally realize that she needed to listen to me. Not as her husband ordering her around, but as her trainer, training her how to be safe out here. So our first 2 weeks was hell. I mean, there was arguments and fights constantly. But finally, after 2 weeks, she realized that she needed to start listening to me. And then everything just fell into place. And now she's been out here over 5 years. And yes, there is those times where we have our arguments and disagreements. But all in all, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love every minute out here with her. Even the fights are fun. Because after a fight, you make up.
Yep.
And we know no matter how bad the fight is, we are going to make up.
Well, let's see. I had just got back from. I had went up to Georgia for a job. Well, things weren't not working out like I wanted to, so I came home. I got up with a buddy of mine that night, and we went to this local joint that we have. So we went there, and another friend of mine, he came in with Kathy. And I'm sitting there, just drinking my long neck, just having a good time. And my friend and the both of them, they got together. And then they called me over there. You need to go over there and talk to the girl. You need to go and talk to her. So we go over there. We started talking. Found out we had a lot of stuff in common. We like wrestling. We like NASCAR. We like this and that. And so, so we started. So we talked all night. She went home, and she just kept on. She just kept on stayed on my mind. So you know what? So I think it was like 2 or 3 days later, I showed up at her parents' house, knocked on the door, and to see if she wanted to go get something to eat or something. And she's on the phone with our other friend. She was telling her, "You're not going to believe it. He's here. He's here." So we started dating then, and then about 3 months later, we got married. And then we got separated for a little while, and as fate would have it, we were meant to be together. We got back together, and we've been back together now. What, 5-6 years, something like that. We've been back together now. What, 5-6 years?
Since 2015.
Yeah, we've been back together since 2015. So.
Don't make her out of me.
Okay. I've learned not to make her not to make her mad. So
I haven't learned that yet. I really need to learn how to get a filter.
I can.
In most instances, I mean, one way or the other, a woman is going to get upset, whether we cause it or not. I mean, psychologically, they need a punching bag sometimes, and I've found it best to just let them have it. Like, go ahead, lay into me all you need, all you want, because you know what? At the end of it, after you breathe, after you find peace again, guess what? If I have to correct you, at that point I will. But if not, I'm not going to do it when you're in your moment of frustration. Plain and simple.
All right. And I learned two things to always have on the truck: chocolates and Midol.
Oh my God.
Is it not true? Is it not true?
Well,
I always know where it's going to be like, babe, where's the Midol? And I give you the Midol with a piece of chocolate. Do I not? Yes, I do.
well, I don't have that situation. She got her plumbing taken out.
I got to hire me a plumber.
So,
Don't hit me.
but nah.
No. One of the biggest answers to tonight's topic, how can you help make a relationship stay healthy when you're a trucker? I learned this from my dad. And surprisingly enough, I only learned it about 7 or 8 years ago, I think.
So you learned it in time.
Right. And he told me flat out, he said, whatever you do, son, no matter who you're with, the best thing to make it last, if that's what you want, never stop dating. It's a keen, pivotal instrument to keeping a relationship.
We try to have date nights as often as we can.
Yep. It's a moment to escape the reality.
Even if it's at a truck stop and we're going even into a restaurant, we try to at least say this is our date night. We are on a date.
Exactly, because in that moment you get the escape of reality. You get to step away from everything else that you have to stress over on the normal daily routine. So, and even though being truckers, nothing's ever normal and nothing's ever fully routine, but it gets you away from that momentarily enough to remember what makes you happy also, other than what you do.
But no,
I learned the two key words. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
That's just like us. When before she came out with me, there is about about hour and a half, 2 hour drive from our house is a drive-in theater, actual drive-in theater, and it shows double features. So that we have gotten kind of in a routine that at least one of those days that I'm home, we'll go to the movie theater. We'll go there, watch the movies, go out to dinner. That's our time that's our time. So
right. You got to make time for yourselves. Yeah. And I learned the two key words to keep Angie somewhat happy is yes, dear. I say yes, dear a lot. Yes, dear.
That's only because you said I do.
I don't say yes, dear all the time to you.
No.
Whenever you ask me to do anything, I say yes, dear, and I do it. At least I try to.
You sound like I'm cracking the whip at you.
Well, you do wear the pants in the family. Actually, I wear the pants in the family. She just tells me which ones to put on.
I just tell people she wears the pants in the family. We didn't share them.
See, I pick my own pants, She wears pants too, but
When we share the pants, I make sure I get the left leg.
she remembers her place. She wants ice cream.
Ice cream solves everything. The most beautiful comfort food in the world is ice cream.
Wow, no comment.
It's yourself. Remember, you said no commentary.
Do you hear this, guys?
Okay, so Angie just gave me the wrap up sign, and she wants us to tell everybody what we did today. We
But
were
we're
live
having
for
fun.
4 hours. That's got to be like the longest we were on. We were just sitting there talking. But during that 4 hours, we did Treat a Trucker. We treated 5 drivers today, sitting in the truck doing live. 5 truckers. That's got to be a record for us.
You're just showing off now.
I know. We're like butter, man. We're on a roll.
Hey, you know what? I treated a trucker from home. How about that?
That's awesome. How did that happen? I want to hear this story.
Well, you'll have, I don't know. I guess you don't have to wait. I just haven't been able to post it yet. But, so my next door neighbor is an EMT, and her boyfriend is the grandson and partial owner of his own company. It's a local company to where we live. They run about a dozen units, just box trucks. They have a couple of small contracts, but they still have to follow AELD regulation and everything else. They're out there day to day making deliveries, dealing with the same people we deal with. And I'm not saying necessarily he doesn't necessarily play stepdad, but he does have a very healthy relationship with her son. And he's sitting there, he's telling me about how he takes him out to, just recently he took him out to the Monster Jam rally with the monster trucks. Where we live is ECU, Eastern Carolina University. The ECU Pirates football team is one of the greatest in the country. And not like greatest, but they are highly ranked. They went to some special bowl this year against the Army or the Navy, I think it was. And he ended up taking her son out to that game specifically for their home game. So, I know the little boy actually has some breathing complications. It's not quite asthma. I don't remember what it's called or anything, but he stepped in. He's a big part of this kid's life and everything else. The sacrifices that she makes being an EMT, and I gifted him 2 cards from Treat a Trucker and Chasing Miles with the Clarks to promote positivity and pay it forward so that he could possibly take them out to a lunch or a dinner, just for a day to kind of escape and spend some time together.
That's awesome. So you just reminded me of a story too that we treated a trucker from home also that I completely forgot. Our neighbor, little Lisa. Oh, sorry, what?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done with your story? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, Chris was just telling me apparently the little boy ended up getting COVID too.
Oh, no.
Other than that, no, I was actually done. So.
I hope he gets better. But when we were home on COVID, our little neighbor Lisa, who brings in all our mail, her dad is a truck driver. He's drove for many, many, many years, trucking family. Right now, he is a dispatcher. But she came over one day while we were home on COVID because we wouldn't let her in for like the first 2 weeks, and finally we started feeling a little bit better. And her dad came over and we were hanging out, and he brought us. What did he bring us? I forgot what he brought. I think he brought over soup. Yeah, he made soup and he brought us over some soup, and we treated him with a Subway card. So we treated from our house also that I completely forgot about.
Nice.
And the Treat a Trucker program is awesome. You guys deal with it. And pretty soon, Chris,
Kathy Ortiz.
oh, they are already. You guys are still, you're handing out cards now.
Yeah,
It's
we
Dawn that's going to be started.
we did. She posted it. We was at a mom and pop truck stop, King's truck stop in Louisiana. We was there, take my 10-hour break, and the two truckers out there talking, and I just got, and we got out there and said we told them who we were and everything, and told them about the program, and they go, no, he said, they both said, don't worry about us. He said, pay it forward. He says, we appreciate it, but it just, somebody else could use it better than us. So, and they let me take a picture with them and everything, and she posted it on Treater Trucker. So
Awesome. And for everybody out there, if we get stars or donations or anything we get, it goes straight to Treat a Trucker. That's us. But if you guys, Justin, Chris, if they give you stars, I would like you guys to keep your stars. Our stars will go to Treat a Trucker. And we started a new fundraiser today for Treat a Trucker.
Wait,
Going to donate hours to Treater Trucker.
Yeah.
So let them know that.
sorry, I only caught half of that. I'm trying to piece it together in my head, but I think I understood everything.
We got a new Treat a Trucker program, and stars that we get will go to Treat a Trucker, but stars you guys get, I want you to keep yourselves. Or do whatever you want with it. I'm not telling you not to, but you do not have to. I want you guys to enjoy it.
well, I was just informed from the boss behind me that that we're gonna donate whatever stars we get. We're gonna donate back to Treater Trucker.
Thank you. That is so awesome. I love the program.
And you know what, Larry, honestly, I think we'll second that notion as well, next to Chris. Any stars we may receive, I mean, I don't even know how we would accept them or anything, but anything that we get coming in, we'll gladly put right back into the program.
I just love you guys. I don't know what the stars program, how it works or anything. That's all Angie. And this is Angie telling me to tell you. So I'm her puppet. She's got her hand up my butt. Doing this to me. Uh-oh. Was that wrong? Her hand is in my back. Is that better? Okay. This is in my back. It's not up my butt.
So you're officially Angie's puppet?
I am her marionette. Yes, she's got me on the strings. I love it. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Everybody out there is amazing. I'm getting the wrap up signal from the boss lady.
And you just remember
yes,
something.
dear.
It takes amazing to recognize amazing.
I'm sorry. What was that, Chris or Justin?
It takes amazing to recognize amazing.
And you're amazing.
Stop it! You're amazing.
And Chris, you guys are amazing also. And everybody that is watching us, and even the ones that don't watch us, you're all amazing too. I just love everybody. I love.
And that's just it. Everything we do with the Truckers View, and Truckers on TV, with the safety dudes and safety divas, we all do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all do it selflessly. For those
hearts.
that come in and join the family or join the circle. I mean, we don't make anything off of this. We just do it to pass the time. We enjoy making you all laugh or just smile even. It has nothing to do with us trying to be anybody particular.
No, and we're not asking any money from anybody. You don't need subscriptions to watch us or anything. Just watch us out of the bottom of your heart.
That's why we do it. We do it for you. We don't get anything out of it.
Nope. We don't get it. We personally do not get a penny out of this. Everything we get goes to Treat Truck. Now we're going to start working on the ladies. Crap, the Queen of the Road thing you did.
Oh yeah, Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's our next project. Angie and us are going to join the Make-A-Wish Foundation and
Convoy, Trucking Convoy.
convoy. It's going to be a convoy in
Mother's Day in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Mother's Day, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They're doing, man, see, my brain is messed
It's
up.
Make-A-Wish.
Hold on. Promote it, baby.
Okay, so we just signed up this morning through Real Women in Trucking, who I won Queen of the Road award for last year. But we're joining the ladies at Real Women in Trucking on Mother's Day weekend. We're going to be in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we're going to have our truck in a trucking convoy for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and they're asking for all of us to try to raise $400 before Mother's Day. So we did put the link up on Married to the Road. So if anybody would like to donate, you have until Mother's Day. We'd like to try to earn $400. The money doesn't go to us. It goes directly to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You'll see that when you go to make your donation. But we're hoping that we can earn $400. But more importantly, we're super excited about it because we could possibly have a child ride in the truck with us during the convoy and kind of make their wish come true. And we're just super excited. And we're excited that we're going to team with Real Women in Trucking, which I think we're going to have on the show tomorrow night on Trucking Safety Divas. So fun, exciting, lots of exciting stuff.
That's pretty awesome stuff right there.
That it is. And if I
That was
may
good.
say, feel free to utilize our page for sharing any of that.
Oh,
Thank you.
As well as ours.
Do you want to do a commercial, or are we just going to sign off?
Yeah, do.
And James, hey Larry, I second Justin's. Y'all can share our page.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody like, share, follow A Cutler's View. Sorry, A Cutler's View. Married to the Road, Chasing Miles with the Clarks. You got Rolling with the Underwoods, Trina Trucker. By all means, come check all of it out. Like, share,
Speaking about rolling with the Underwoods, they are rolling again. They were on the road with a flat tire. They are rolling again.
Oh, about
good,
time.
great.
Yeah,
About time, right?
about time. I don't know how long they were down, but it's been a while. I like that, Sheila Long. We are all one big family. Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But yeah, if you're going to be wrapping it up, I want to leave you this much from the famous words of Indy from Animaniac.
Oh, he's on there.
Bye.
3 hours. 3 hours they were down. If I can find the camera, 3 hours. I'm just going to throw some commercials up real quick before we say goodbye.
These damn
Okay.
FedEx drivers.
Damn FedEx drivers.
Chasing Miles with the Clarks is the newest addition to A Trucker's View. You can find their Facebook page, Chasing Miles with the Clarks, on Facebook, or follow them on A Trucker's View. Follow Justin and Chris's journey over the road, and follow Chris's journey as she joins CDL school to become a truck driver, and soon she'll join Justin and their dog Rio for their new life over the road. Follow Chasing Miles with the Clarks on Facebook today. Married to the Road. Follow Larry and Angie Baum and their two fur babies, Gizmo and Bandit, as they truck across America, trying to make a difference in the trucking community. As the founders of Trucker Safety Info, they inform truckers about bad weather, construction, accidents, and more. Also the founders of Treat a Trucker, where they gift truckers with Walmart and food gift cards to show their appreciation to the American trucker. Follow their journey on Married to the Road on Facebook today.
Sorry, Chris, that you were left out.
No problem.
Angie is working on a commercial for you guys.
No
as we
problem.
speak.
I was just told, I want to say, do a shout out to my son. I just found out he's been watching us. So,
All right, on.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Stephen.
Hello, Steven. How you doing?
Comments.
Oh, Steven Cutler right there with the happy face.
Aww.
Nice. Well, hello, Steven. Welcome in. Oh, have a good night, everybody. High winds tonight in Michigan. Be safe, Gary.
I think we just crossed into Indiana. think. That smush face is ugly, but those eyes are gorgeous.
Okay. I thought something was happening with you. I was quiet and making sure you were safe.
No, it's just a little bit windy where we're at. We're probably dealing with winds of 20 to 40 mile an hour, give or take.
Yeah, it's not so bad. You heavy?
And Chris was trying to show me that a cute little itty bitty puppy. Like, we got our own little cute itty bitty puppy.
Ours are out right here.
Like, we just got this one a week and a half ago, and she already wants to cheat on it.
Ours are out. We wore them out today. Well, guys, we're pushing almost an hour and a half here, dude. Good job, Chris. I got to say, you were amazing. You were amazing. You are welcome on this show anytime you like.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
If you don't mind me saying, Chris, you know, Larry's talking out of his butt. I don't think you were amazing. You were phenomenal, dude.
Okay,
Thank you for coming out.
I stand corrected.
I appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen.
So, Chris, you have yourself an awesome night. Sleep good.
Oh,
Justin,
yeah.
Big Spoon, you stay safe out there, man. Watch those winds. Definitely.
Same to you guys.
We're down for the weekend, so we're safe.
I think I'll be the first one to say it. I'm going to go ahead and jump off as we roll this up. So everyone stay safe, stay warm. Good morning, good night, good evening, wherever, whatever. And we'll catch you on the flip.
And for everybody out there in Canada, we love you and we support you 100%.
Yes, sir. We sure do.
All right, guys. Love you both. Everybody out there, love you. Do you want to say any parting words, Chris?
I just appreciate y'all letting me come on the show tonight. And then y'all be safe. Be careful out there, Justin.
Definitely.
All right. Sounds awesome. We will say goodbye and be safe out there and love you all.
I do.
Just hang the phone.